How's it, my friends? It's your boy Chef Nat in the building, and today we're going to be showcasing one of the most delicious and easy to prepare ingredients. We're going to be working with the cauliflower. You can do a million things with the cauliflower and still they taste good. They are easy to adapt in any recipe that you want to do. With this cauliflower as our hero for today, we are going to accompany it with our fresh ravioli that I just made. I'll remember to make a video on how you can make your own pasta at home. We're going to be accompanying it with also one of its cousins, which is the broccoli. The broccoli, very, very delicious green that I like to use when I'm cooking. And I'm also going to make a puree out of these oranges and butternut. I'm going to make a nice spicy puree out of that. And I'm going to make a chimichurri sauce out of these herbs. I've got some green onions. I've got some mint, some cilantro, which most people also know as coriander leaves. I've got some parsley. I've got one chili pepper and some fennel seeds. I'm also going to accompany my dish with some roasted tomatoes that are just going to bring that needed acidity within the dish. So join me as we make some cauliflower steaks out of this cauliflower. Stay tuned. Okay, so to start off with our cauliflower, we need to cut off the edges of this cauliflower so that we remain with the center where we find the stem. The stem is the one that's going to hold our cauliflower steaks together. So for that, you're going to need a very sharp knife. Always keep a sharp knife in your kitchen. This will help you use less effort when you're chopping and cutting your vegetables. You're not going to make your vegetables or your herbs to bleed out. So it's very important to always keep a sharp knife. So we're going to cut the ends like that. I'm going to cut the other side of the ends like that. So we now remain with the center, and this is what we want. We're not going to throw away these cauliflower florets. We're going to use them for another dish on another day. You can use it to make cauliflower rice, you can use it to make a cauliflower soup or a cauliflower puree. It all depends with what you want to do. You can even make some chicken wings out of this cauliflower florets. So it's not a waste, but today we're just going to be concentrating on making the cauliflower steak. So with your sharp knife, you go right in the middle and you cut. So I've got two nice cauliflower steaks, nice and thick, just the way I like them. If you want to reduce the size of your cauliflower steaks, it's really up to you. But because this is the hero that I'm showcasing, I want it to be nice and thick and juicy. That is what we're going to do. If you can come with me, I'll show you what's been happening in this pot. So this is my veggie stock pot. With it is biryani spices. If you go to any Indian store, they have the biryani spices, which is a mixture of different herbs. You've got your star anise, you've got cardamom pods, you've got coriander, fennel seeds. There's a whole bunch of herbs that are in here, and that's what I'm using to boost the flavor of my cauliflower. And I also have a vegetable enhancer stock that I put inside so that the flavor is very nice and subtle. So we're going to take our cut up steaks and I'm going to put them inside this stock pot for about 5 minutes so that the flavor that's been developing in here gets inside the steaks, and then after that I'm going to grill them on our sauteing pan, and that's how we're going to be making our steaks. Okay, so I'm going to immerse my cauliflower steaks in the stock, and I'm not even going to cover it. I'm just going to allow it to bubble through. I'm going to put it on a slow simmer, so I'm just going to reduce my temperature to a medium low heat, which is about 4.4. And then I'm just going to allow that for about five minutes or so for the flavors to develop. And whilst that's happening, I'm just going to go right ahead and make my the accompaniments that are going to go with these cauliflower steaks. It's going to be a delicious meal. Okay, so now we're going to saute our cauliflower steaks. My pan is already hot. It is always important to you start off with a hot pan. This allows the oil not to burn, number one, because some people put the pan first and then they put the oil together, and then it takes time. The oil and the fragrances, especially when you're using olive oil, they tend to burn out. So it's important to start off with the hot pan, and then we're just gonna put just a little so that our steaks don't stick to the pan, like that. And then we're gonna put our steaks. We want to create a nice char. It's important for them to char. And once that's going, I'm going to sprinkle some salt and pepper both on the top. Salt and pepper on the top. Make sure to move your pan forward and backward so that the cauliflower steaks don't stick to the pan. You can actually smell the aromas filling up the room. Beautiful textures. Because we already put our steaks in that hot stock, they're not going to take that long to cook. Here we're just putting it so that we have the charness that enhances the flavor, and it's going to give texture and body to our steaks. That's coming up real well. We're going to be turning them after I think about 2 minutes per side, and for this size of a steak, I think that'll be very good in terms of ensuring that it caramelizes at the bottom, and our cauliflower steaks cook well. Okay, so it's been roughly about 2 minutes, so I'm going to turn our steaks gently. You see the caramelization that's taking place. It's very beautiful. Let's see the other one. Perfect. This is exactly what we want. Cauliflower steaks. Flavorful cauliflower steaks. I'm telling you, if you cook your steaks like this, you'll never hate cauliflower. It's a very beautiful vegetable. And like I said in the beginning, you can use it to do 1,000 things. So this is one of the ways you can showcase the beauty of this vegetable. We're gonna leave it for another 2 minutes on the side that it's on. Give it a nice caramel color, and we'll dish up when it's done. Okay, I believe our steaks are done. I'll just give a quick check. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. That's beautiful right there. So we're gonna take those out, let them rest on our steak board. And then we're just gonna put them right at our serving station. And in the very same pan, we're just going to put a little bit of oil. I'll reduce it right down. But we're just going to switch it off because our pan is already hot. We're going to put in our raviolis just to give them texture, give them that flavor. And we're also going to use some of that chimichurri sauce, I would say, and we're just going to give them a bit of more flavor and texture. These raviolis were made from a remainder of our soy mince that we ate yesterday. So a good way to showcase that. I just started to make a nice ravioli with them. So you never get to waste food. That's the beauty of making your own pasta at home. You can make raviolis, you can make tortellinis. It all depends with you. That is done. Our stove is already switched off. Now if you can come with me as I show you how we will plate our delicious cauliflower steaks. Okay, so now we're going to plate out our beautiful dish. I'm gonna put my puree right at the bottom. Just gonna swab it right through. That's it. And then at the bottom, right at the edge, I'm going to take our mashed broccoli. Like I always say, there is no formula to plating. You plate however you want. It's a reflection of what's within you. We're going to take our beautiful cauliflower steak and we're going to put it right in the middle. And then our beautiful, let me take a spatula. And then we take our beautiful raviolis and put one right there, one there, and one at the end. The raviolis are to bring some carbs into the dish, to bring that energy that we need, because this is, it's just plant-based. So this brings the, a balanced diet meal and balance to the dish. Put my my roasted tomatoes, one there, and then I'm also going to put my chimichurri sauce. So with the puree, I added some sugar. You can add some honey or molasses or maple syrup, especially if your butternuts are not sweet enough. If your butternuts are very sweet and you do not like sugar or very sweet dishes, I recommend that you do not put anything. But for me, my butternuts were not sweet enough, so I added a bit of sugar to it. And there we go. Just gonna put our chimichurri sauce right around our beautiful dish, Also taking the oils and spreading them right around. This is 100% vegetable-based meal. This is beauty, this is art, this is the cauliflower celebrated. And you can do this at your home. You can do it for your friends, your vegetarian friends. This is a 100% vegan dish for those who are vegans. So there is no excuse in terms of not knowing how to host some of your vegetarian and vegan friends. This just looks beautiful. And I recommend that you try it at home and taste it for yourself. Chef Nat in the building. Thank you for joining me as I was preparing this very delicious meal. Now we shall taste. Okay. I like the sound of that crunch. This is delicious. Very delicious. The sweetness that's coming from the butternut puree with the orange and the herbs that we put inside, you can taste it coming out. The earthiness of the cauliflower is out of this world. Let's have a taste of our ravioli. And that chimichurri sauce, it just elevates this dish to another level. It provides the acidity that's needed. Of course, the tomatoes are going to add that acidity. If I had a lemon, I would squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice and just put in some lemon zest in there. It will just take it to another level. But this, as it is, it's mind-blowing. You can prepare a dish like this in your home for your visitors, for your friends, for your family. If you're like me who's planning to lose a bit of weight, this is the right dish that you need. It's got low carbs and it has the right proteins. It has everything. Whistles blowing left, right, and center. Chef Nat in the building. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Follow our YouTube page, subscribe, share, and you will be able to get more of these type of videos and many more. Thank you for joining us.